Alright, sorry about the delay. But here we are. Here we are. So this is the list that we played last week. This is we played it on stream. We went 2-3 and 3-2, I think, or something like that. Um, but after, to be fair, I was playing pretty poorly on stream last week, so I'm going to put that up front. As soon as I finished the stream, I was still slightly upset about it, and then I went on to 5-0 with a nice and clean 10-0 run. So the list has been pretty sweet, and it basically that's kind of like everything that I wanted to do. What I wanted to try today is I wanted to see if we can be slightly more greedy and see how that plays out. So this is what we're gonna be doing today. Basically, the only change that I made is I took out the Botanical Sanctum and I added the Ghost Quarter to the main deck. Like the amount of Tron that I've been seeing. What's up, Sergio? How you doing? Buenas. The amount of Tron that I've seen online has been like kind of all over the place lately, honestly. So what we're trying to do is going to put the Ghost Quarter in the main deck, which should help in the Tron matchup quite a bit. Not that the Tron matchup is bad, but to make it a little bit more in our favor, especially with Hive Minds in the main. And what I did is I added the second explosive to the sideboard, giving us a full 3 copies. The reasoning for this is I've seen a lot of this stupid deck that I hate, Cheerios. I've seen like insane amounts of Cheerios on Moto for whatever reason. I mean, I guess the reason is pretty obvious. Like the new Mulligan kind of makes that deck slightly closer to broken, so it doesn't surprise me that everybody's trying that out. And this card is actually excellent in the matchup because in response to a retract, you can blow up all of their zeros, and of course, if you have enough time, you can blow up their twos ideally, right? But that doesn't happen that often. So you're often playing it out for zero and trying to like blow up all of their zeros and stop their train, basically. Um, but yeah, so this is what we're gonna be trying out today and see how it plays out. This is gonna be our list for the day. Last weekend with your last list, I wrote up to my LGS for one. Hive Mind won 4 games. Seems pretty good. Yeah, sweet. Glad to hear it's working out. Yeah, so this is based off the list that Matthew Dilks got for fourth or third with at the latest Open. And the main deck has been pretty sweet. The sideboard, I made some changes and whatnot, but the main deck has seemed pretty great. Okay, we're playing against Matt Sperling. So we need a blue source to make these. Oh no, we don't. We need any untap land to make this a turn 4 kill on the draw, though. If we're playing against some deck like Black Green X or something like that, this hand is excellent, though. So maybe I risk it. What's up, German Gary Oak? It's very likely that we just like die on turn like 3 or something, but I'm gonna keep this. On the play, this is a sneep, by the way, but probably on the droid might be like slightly too slow. Oh, also my opponent moved to 6, but I just didn't know because they drew 7 again there. They did keep 6 though. Let's see what my opponent is on. BG, alright, so this hand is excellent. Now this hand becomes kind of broken. This is great. My opponent has so many things they need to stop here. It seems like I'm not getting 2 of my 3 relics by the next month tournament. Is there a good replacement? I mean, there are bad replacements. There's not really a good replacement. There are bad replacements, but if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do, I guess, right? So you can probably just play Explore or something like that. I think I am going to be greedy and I'm just going to charge the Relic instead of playing out the Scout. The Scout is super likely to die to like a Fatal Push. So I think there's way more value in trying to go for the kill here, which I guess it's going to work. Unless my opponent is like slow rolling an Inquisition or whatever. They are not. So I guess we just win. Blue. I could Titan and do the whole thing, but I kind of want to kill them with Hive Mind just because it's faster. Yeah, if my opponent is playing Simian Spirit Guide in their black-green deck, good for them. Alright, so we're playing against BGX. We get these guys in, we get this guy in, we get this. Tracker, all of the creatures basically. Bye-bye Pact of Negation, bye-bye Hive Minds, bye-bye Scouts. And we can side out a couple of pacts. I like siding out some number of packs because we're drawing actual creatures instead of pacts, which are a pretty big tempo hit really. And against black green in particular, I think coalition relic is excellent. Against Jund, I would consider siding some of this out. But against black green, I think that both Amulet and Coalition Relic are excellent because the only way for them to answer them, they can't get like extra value from K command, and they don't have 2-for-1s like Ancient Grudge. So against these decks, it's way like Coalition Relic really shines. That they have mind games. German Gary Oak, thank you for that tier word subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for the support. What's up, Sejas? How you doing? How do we sideboard here? Yeah, whenever you add like one card that's good, all of a sudden your whole sideboard strategy gets kind of like shifted a little bit, and I have to like rethink everything all over. -1 Amulet, and maybe another Summoner's Pact they can take out. Alright, sure. What list is this? There you go. Yeah, great hand. Even if they Inquisition me or whatever, they will know that Liliana is basically a blank. So this probably takes the path. Unless they have Surgical and they like Surgical my steerings, but that's I'm okay with that. I don't mind. Yep, so that's the path going. Not a bad draw, not a bad draw. This one is interesting. I think I'm gonna get Crossroads. And the main reason for this is it helps me to an extent play around Fulminator, because Fulminator on a bounce land is just brutal, especially with my opponent being on the play. And it also allows me to gain some time against... Yeah, okay, so my opponent has like the nut draw there. T-West is nice. That was the classic black-green draw of discard spell into Bob is kind of brutal. Here they take my relic, which makes me very, very sad. Then I guess we'll play this out. Drawing Forest there is, of course, completely horrible. Completely horrible. Okay, that Kalitas is troublesome. Yep, they're gonna be able to play it. Alright, so there's the Fulminator. Do I play a 4/4 for 4? I think I do. It means that now Liliana is a card for them, so that sucks. Uh, oh, okay. Yeah, that's that. I'm okay with that. That's it. That's a okay trade for me. Hyper Replicate. My opponent's down to 8. The Wefski. Down to 6. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded that. My opponent was very smart, by the way. They knew that I had a bounce land, and they... Yeah, now they have to play the Kalitas. Because now they need to start drawing cards. Kinda need a path here. What can I draw? If I draw explosives, I want to play it on 3, so I guess I'm going to discard a Sanctuary here. Path would have been excellent there. They're probably going to Thoughtseize me here and I'm going to die, but... Unfortunately, my opponent already had Liliana in play, so I couldn't have pacted for Chameleon Colossus. Yeah, they have the Thoughtseize. Yikes. Yikes! Yes, German Gary Oak, you definitely want to PM me for the Cyber Guide. I'll send it to you. Oh, sweet, Ariana. Well, as always, welcome, and thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. So this is the Thoughtseize. I know their hand is Decay, Overgrown Tomb, plus X. Hopefully that X is not a Fulminator Mage. Blooming Marsh. Okay, so their hand is Decay. Decay. Yikes. So... This is very unfortunate here. My opponent has Liliana ult available. I think I just die, right? Even if I get Kalni, they just decay the plant and minus, I guess. And if they minus, that's like the best case scenario, but they can simply just ult and destroy my green sources. Like, put my green sources on one side and my prime time on the other side, and then I just die to not pay for my upkeep trigger, and then I get hit by 5. I mean, what am I doing otherwise, though, right? Might as well play it out, I guess. It was the Inquisition on the Coalition Relic was kind of brutal. I guess they would have decayed it, so it wouldn't have been much better. I do believe that I'm dead here. Picking up Amulet next Friday, missing Lethal 100. Why are the decks on Trinket Mage 1 week but not the next? Nivik, Yesak, the decks have not been on Trinket Mage for a minute now. Basically, the reason is that Coalition Relic is just awesome. Sister will match up 3 Velos in Las Paulos to solve that, but you consider playing the list. I did not like that list at all, basically, so... yeah, so here, this is just like a forced play. I need to sacrifice this pile. Oh, that's some value that I didn't consider, actually. My opponent has lethal. I need to pay for my pack. This is done. Okay, try again. Honestly, maybe I should be playing more amulets and less steerings. Would have been nice to draw any of this. I guess that I did draw one path and it got Inquisition, so that's that. I don't think this matchup is terrible. I think it's not favorable. I think it used to be favorable and now it's not favorable anymore. It's more like even. But I wouldn't consider this a terrible matchup. What do you think about the EE land? That I am going to be trying it out for sure. Yeah, sure. Let's keep this. I do think I'm kind of interested in steering on one. So I'm gonna lead on Gemstone Mine because we kind of need to find a bounce land here. My opponent can probably like trophy my bounce land, but that's fine. I don't think I care about that much. But yeah, the upside of like finding the bounce land of steering is just great. Since understand why we are progressively going lower as ambitious ways on my opinion the best card we tested the deck lately. Sweatpants, I don't disagree with that. I think that Serum Visions is great. What we are doing, the real cost of Serum Visions though is in the mana base, and I think that is a very real cost. I don't think it's even close to remotely free. So I am trying basically different ways of building the deck with and without Serum Visions, and honestly I have had success with both of them just because you know Amulet is great. So alright, they ended up keeping 7. Bounce land, please. Thank you very much. I think I'm actually gonna find Celestia Sanctuary. I already have a blue sword. Well, I guess I already have a white source too. Okay, so let's get Simic. I was thinking if I draw a path, I want to be able to cast it, but if I draw a path, I can already cast it. So we know this card spell. That's good for us. Probably Assassin's Trophy on this. Yep. I don't think I mind that as much. Second Coalition Relic or Basic Forest? I think I'm gonna go with the second relic. Put this in any order, and I think I'm going to bog them. Or T-West. Yeah, T-West is fine. I could bog myself, but if I draw Raminap, then I want the Simic to be in my graveyard. That's it, Robert. And here, this is going to be kind of weird, but I think I want to make sure that I use this mana. It's likely that my opponent has Decay or something, so I think I want to make sure that I get value from this. I'm going to go Squatter here. Because this is likely to die, and I can also, even if I don't Titan next turn, and my opponent reveals Decay immediately, I feel so smart. What I was saying is we can still play Colossus next turn anyway, so. And here. Okay, so they did Decay. Here things are actually interesting. I could play. Good evening, Malcolm, man. How you doing? I could Asusa, which I don't particularly love. I could play another relic and bog myself. This helps me set up Titan for next turn. Or I can just cast Colossus, but this is awful in the face of Liliana, so I think that this is gonna be my play. Bob reveals a basic swamp. It's a nice choice of basics. I don't really love the white border nature of them, but the art is kind of cool. Assassin's Trophy. Okay, this one is just a mistake on my opponent's part, I think. Because I still have access to 6 mana next turn anyway. Another... Okay. Okay, so they're kind of like going nuts on my lands. Is that what's happening? Trying to like get me out of basic forests. Fortunately, I have like 1,000,000 basics, so that's fine. Fortunately, I only have 2 lands. So I can't Asusa plus prime time. I think I'm gonna be prime timing though. Yeah, for sure. Especially since we already have a second one waiting. Kalni and Vesuva. We can copy Bog. We have a ton of options here. We can gain some life with Crossroads. We can get Tolaria. I'm definitely getting Kalni. This forces my opponent to have both a removal spell and a Liliana. They do have 4 cards in hand, so it's not very unlikely that they do have that. So I think it's just gonna be Kalni Bounce. Bob reveals what? If this doesn't die next turn, we can transmute for explosives and just sweep my opponent's board. Yeah, that Inquisition is kind of brutal, actually. Because it's not even Thoughtseize, because if it's Thoughtseize, I just like let it go, and that's fine. But Inquisition takes my Pact, and even I can't even make it whiff, because they can just take my Azusa, so that's kind of shitty. Chameleon Colossus is hopefully going to be pretty strong on this board, though. Should buy me enough time to figure out a way to find an answer for this. Bad boys on the other side. So sorcery, instant, Field of Ruin. Okay. So I'm definitely attacking. That part is easy. Artifact, land, and... Okay, so if I bog myself... If I bog myself, then I should have... My opponent should not be able to have enough stuff to block my prime time. If my opponent is smart, they will fill up for my Bajougi Bog here. They do not. Guess they did not see the line. Because they already have instant and they already have land, so these cards are already... Bog myself. I guess they could have like Fatal Push for the Azusa, and that way I would trade here. I still want to make sure that I get my full value. Get another plant token. And now we serve. Yes. So I guess if they have exactly T-West, if they have... Yeah, I guess I don't want to expose my... I don't want to expose Stronghold to this Field of Ruin. So I guess I could have like Ghost Squatter the field, right? Maybe that was the play in order to protect my T-West. Yeah, I guess that was the play. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe instead of getting the second plant token, I should have Ghost Squad the Field of Ruin in order to force my opponent's action, and then that way I can protect this T-West in order to keep the train rolling. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So now if they have an answer for like they can kill the Azusa or something, then oh, they just don't block. That's cool. Okay, I can do that. Not playing around Damnation. Inquisition, you got it. They do have perfect information, so they're probably not going to fire this off. They do have the damnation. Okay. Maybe I guess I should have played around the damnation. Oh, never mind. We're just so good at this game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slayer's Sanctuary. Never did inhabit. Magic is an easy game. Definitely protecting this T-West here. Opponent goes down to 2. If they have Liliana here, it still doesn't matter. Liliana make me sack. I just transmute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I just play Titan Hasted and win the game. Sweet. All right. Draw more prime times. Draw more prime times. Easy. Turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 Coalition Relic, turn 3 Hope we draw something. Sneep. Oh, we don't have turn 1 Amulet. I thought this was a Ghost Squatter. My bad. My bad. Oh, my opponent is giving something. He's giving me something to copy. Value. Value. Thanks, OP. Appreciate it. I mean, we're probably gonna get like Blood Moon on turn 1 or something. So, or like Chalice on 1. And then we get Chalice on 1 and we just cry softly. My opponent gets a casual 4/1. That one we can beat. We can beat this one. That's yeah. This one's fine. This one resolves. Okay. Play out the Amulet. Play Sanctuary. Bouncing Besuva, and I think we're gonna play Scout here. What's up, Sandoiche? Oh, this is like the Eldrazi. Eldrazi what deck? Eldrazi Serum Powder deck or whatever. Dismember. Yeah, Dismember. Okay. I do like my spot though. So many scouts. Alright. Crossroads Relic Scout. I could also just charge this, but the upside of casting the Scout is just so much higher. I think this matchup is positive for us. Ooh, are they gonna let me block? Sweet. Okay, yeah, this slows their clock considerably, so I think there's value in blocking here. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. We already have Titan mana as it is. As it stands, my opponent did make their land drop, so I think blocking here is correct. It slows my opponent's clock. It makes if my opponent draws an Eldrazi, they're gonna be like much worse. And why did my opponent not attack with the Blink Moth Nexus there? That is perplexing. Here we're just trying to stare into a T-West. Okay, now though. Do we transmute right here? We can transmute plus play Scout. The problem with doing that is if my opponent draws a Thought-Knot Seer, that kind of blows us out, because they can take my Scout, they can take my Summoner's Pact or my Titan, whilst they cannot take my T-West. So I think I'm not going to transmute here. Okay, if I charge this, next turn I'm going to have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, so I can transmute and play my stuff on the same turn. Okay, so it seems better for me to play out Scout and use my turn charging Relic. To play around a Thought-Knot Seer off the top. What's up, Amulet? How you doing? Chalice for 0, that's kind of brutal. Chalice for 0 into Smasher. Okay, that's kind of worst case scenario. Yep, I guess by playing around Thought-Knot, I did not play around Chalice. This is kind of brutal. I can still transmute for Ballista. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could Ballista for 3. Or I can just draw a Primetime and win. No Primetime. Never lucky. Transmute for Ballista or transmute for Explosives. Play Amulet. So now we can Misuba copy here. Bounce. Now the question is, do we want 1 extra counter on the Ballista or do we want 2 life? We could also Explosives to get rid of the Chalice, but that's, we actually, yeah, we can if we copy one of my opponent's lands. I think Ballista is just better. Yeah, but if I blow up the Chalice, then I just die to my opponent's board, right? So that does not seem like a great plan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Worst. What's the worst possible case scenario? The worst possible case scenario is my opponent top decks a second Smasher. Can I beat a second Smasher? Not really. Yeah, I can't really beat a second Smasher. I think I'd rather just gain 2 life here than having a Ballista for 5, since I'm not beating a second Smasher anyway. So I might as well have the most amount of mana in play, and then next turn we can start charging up this Ballista. Rap Game Audio, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, if they have had Thought-Knot and Chalice, there's nothing that we could have done anyway. So playing around Thought-Knot and Chalice is not possible, basically. Go down to 5. And now we basically just gotta try to stabilize here. Following animations make you sad. Are you a are you a Valakut player? Sandosh. Okay, float one. Make some manases. We do get to gain some more life here, so that's cool. Put a counter. Put another counter. Pass the turn. We can put one more counter still with the scout activation. And here I'm basically just waiting. Like, my opponent needs to be able to beat this ballista, which I'm not sure they can. I guess Ratchet Bomb would be a way they can beat me, but I don't know why they would play Ratchet Bomb in the main deck. Has an amulet around the neck. Yeah. Oh, really? Well, nice, Sandwich. That's awesome. Very, very impressive. You do have to accept the fact, though, that well, this is the superior primeval Titan deck, of course. All right, so that is game over. No ghost quarters to be seen. No opponent to be seen. Got him. To be fair, I doubt that my opponent was winning that game anyway. Just join the primetime made it way easier for us. Activation out. Hornet Queen in. Summoner's Pacts. A couple of them out. Steerings. I guess I'd rather have an actual land in Bojuki Bog, even though it's a bad land, over an Ancient Steerings because of Chalice. That's not correct. They won't always have the Chalice. No, oh yeah, we definitely want the other explosives as well. Amulet is better than Scout because they have basically no way of dealing with this, so that's cool. Just one of the reasons. Okay, 2 months playing Amulet though. We likely played more serious from now on. Yeah, Sandwich did. The deck is great. Not gonna lie. Didn't play this weekend because didn't feel confident enough with only 2 months under my belt. I mean, yes and no, I guess. With depends on like how. Like the deck really clicked with me, so I my first 2 months I really did make a lot of mistakes and stuff, but it was still like the interactions kind of came naturally-ish to me. It was polishing, just how to approach the matchup and that kind of stuff that was that took a little bit longer. So maybe if you want to bring it to a GP, you might not do very well, but if you bring it to like a mid-level event, you probably should be fine. Some quality I will play after seeing some awesome trash on YouTube recently. Savor a second, yeah. This is probably quality. I want to believe that this is quality Amulet content. I'm not really sure on Excavator. I personally don't love it, since all of my opponent's threats kind of like outgrow it. And oof. Opponent kept 7. So this hand loses to turn 1 Chalice, but it's solid-ish otherwise. This is a mulligan. We got a new mulligan rule, we gotta use it. This is also a mulligan. This one is a keep. So we're gonna bottom 1 path, and we're gonna bottom Ballista, I guess. Nah, the path. I'm gonna be super sad when my opponent like turn 1. Well, I guess if they turn 1 Chalice, it's better for me. Okay, sweet. So turn 2 Azusa, Ballista for 4. Ballista for 2, I mean. So 4 mana, I mean. If they TKS me here, I'm very sad. But if they don't, then we should be in a very good spot. Them going to combat means no TKS, so that's nice. That is nice. So they like 90% have this member here. But I guess if they dismember the Azusa, that means they don't dismember the Ballista. Oh, just nothing? This answers the Mimic very nicely. Answers the Ink Moths also very nicely. Destroy target non-land permanent with lowest converted mana cost. That's interesting. I guess that's a way to kill amulets. I mean, I guess I gotta have to try to race here. Well, I mean, I guess this Ballista is dying. So I think I want to do this and now like play out both lands. So we're gonna put 2 counters, kill the Mimic. Never seen this card out of Eldrazi before. This doesn't. It does target. Okay, so they need to. Yeah, so they need to target here, and in response, I can deal them 3. So we kill. What if Living Wish gets a reprint? That would be interesting. Second Colin Scales. Okay. So these are gonna kill both of my amulets. So I guess that this kill both of my amulets, then on their next upkeep, it kills 1 Scales and my Azusa. Yeah, okay, so because I'm not gonna have amulets anymore, it's better for me to play out my lands now. Interesting how good this card was, kind of. Might as well get some extra damage here. Play Gemstone and pass the turn. Colony Garden kind of like blows this up real nicely though, because they have to like start targeting all my Colony tokens before they can target anything else. That's hilarious. There's a Thought Knot. It's pretty annoying. It does get my nice scout. It's kind of whatever though. And I take 2. How did I take 2 already? Oh, then okay. Okay. So if we draw a land, we win. And my opponent doesn't have a second Thought Knot. If they have a second Thought Knot, then of course I die. So I guess next turn both Cullen Scales will target the same dude. Oh, they have Smasher? Yikes. Alright, untap land 1 time. I think if we draw untap land, we kinda win. We're gonna take 4, 6. No, we don't win. Wow, Cullen Scales really got me. I guess also in part it's because I'm mulligan to 5, right? So there's also that. But I was not expecting Cullen Scales. That's a cool tech. First time I played against this that card. I think I like everything that I got going on though. Maybe I may want another scout on the play. I don't think so. I doubt it. Like, Chalice is probably their single best card against us. I think I mean, of course I keep this, but I think I bottom the basic forest. Scout on 1. Don't chalice me, bro. This is Dismember. This is kind of bad too. Well, there goes my ramp. That was a mistake there. I misclicked. I wanted to steerings first. Not bad. Collision Relic is nice. So next turn we can Relic. And then hopefully Titan on the following turn. We still need some stuff. Oh, that's a Thought Knot. Yep. Turn 2 Thought Knot is kind of brutal here. I wonder what they take. If they have Chalice, yeah. If they have Chalice, they're probably gonna... That's what I was gonna say. We could back for Asusa. How do we like pacting for Asusa here? And then we can play around Damping Sphere by copying my Gemstone Mine. Okay. So now we basically just gotta draw a prime time and then we're going to win. Yeah, I feel very smart by pacting for Asusa now. Got him, like the kids say. Chalice on Seer. I feel super smart by packing for Asus. Okay, yeah, we're gonna use this counter here because I'm gonna be bouncing this and potentially. Eh, eh, this seems rather interesting. Okay, you don't have another Thought Not Seer opponent, okay? That's enough. You already had enough Thought Not Seers. So I'm going to Vesuva Simic, I guess. If my opponent does have the Damp Sphere, then we just die. So I'm not going to play around that. Well, I guess if they go square to this one, they punish me. They did not. Sweet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have enough to crack. Sweet. We're good. We're good. Yeah, this is fine. And I think I'm going to chump here. I think like this Asus already did her job. And gaining 4 is... It's pretty good for us. So... 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm playing this out. I guess I can transmute this for another explosives to blow this up. I think it's better for me to make line drops and then do a lot of things on the same turn. So now I'm gonna draw 2. And I'm going to kill my opponent's board. I cannot afford to take 4 here, to take 8, so I'm gonna crack right now. I know that if my opponent has like second main TKSs, this is bad for me, but I don't think I can afford to do that, really. Serum Powder resolves. So they have a Chalice, so I think we packed for, we transmute for Ballista again. Also, we smartly cited out some number of Summoner Spects. Ballista for 2. Scout. Do you know if Edgar Alderic's list from their IQ has been posted anywhere? I am not aware of that being the case. Spatial Contortion, my Ballista. Alright, just gotta draw stuff. If we draw stuff, we're going to win. Friarish, thank you for the follow. I think it's worth not doing this here because we can block and trade with that. Oh, I made a mistake. I should have played and bounced this so I could copy my opponent's Mutable. That was bad. I guess I can do it now. Oh, my opponent's smart. Yeah. So I can't double strike here because my opponent can simply pump because this is all types. So Blink Moth pumps this and makes it a 3/3. There you go. Yeah, so now I'm, very punished by my play. That's not awful. Please give me, like, just play a Thought Knot or something. Yeah, I guess scrying is also an option here. Now with the Ghost Squatter in play, I'm more tempted. I'm more tempted by the scry than I am tempted by the. Well, I guess I could copy their Ghost Squatter and answer their Blink Moth that way. So that is also an option. It basically stops my opponent's clock. Do you like scry better than copying Ghost Squatter? It's possible that it is better. We do have better draws, but if we don't have lands in hand, then, for example, Tile Tracker, which currently is an amazing draw, becomes a bad one. Prime time is, of course, game over. What else are we drawing towards? This seems worth pathing, though. This does seem worth pathing. And I'm doing this because I want my opponent to tap out. I don't want no... I don't want any shenanigans with like second main, like get my my Thought Knot into play or whatever. Well, I guess they can still cast Thought Knot. My bad. My bad. So I basically used the gemstone counter for nothing. Yeah, but a tracker would be an amazing draw, but now it's not going to be. Yeah, we actually have to bottom this. That's just not good enough. That is something. Baloth would be solid plus. We actually do have kind of like a lot of good draws. So we're with him pretty hard here. I think I am going to take this one. Sweet. GG's. What do we fetch here? I don't think we fetch Stronghold because then GQ tags it. I think I like Crossroads Garrison. Yeah, let's do this. And I'm definitely going to be bouncing Vesuva. I am very well aware that I could have hasted Titan, but my opponent could have Ghost Squattered me, so I'd rather have access to Crossroads. And I can even now... I just concede. I was going to say that if my opponent has like a Smasher or something, I can even like pitch something to it, basically. I do think that the Serum Powder Eldrazi deck is a solid matchup for us, unless they have like the Nut Draw or something, or you know, something crazy. I mean, that was a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer that we just beat with Chalice on 0. So, yeah. Is this the list that you would take for an IQ right now? Probably. Yeah, probably. This list has felt pretty good. This is like the safe list, I guess. This is the safer choice, basically. You like having in the main that much? I could take it or leave it. Is there free to play in Magic Online? No, there is not. You need to like get this. There we go. These are event tickets. This is what you buy to like get into events. After you do well in events, you also get awarded play points, which you can use only to sign up for events, which are these guys. You can only use this to sign up for events, and you can't trade them. But if you are good with the deck, after you get it, after you get your deck, basically, so you make an initial investment on your deck, and then after you start winning, it's I don't want to say it's easy to go infinite, but it's very, very, very possible to go infinite. I guess this is a keep. It's not the best keep I've ever seen, but it's a keep anyway. Yeah, like I have basically been playing Magic Online for free for like 3 or 4 years now. You can also there's also rental services. If you like to switch decks around and whatnot, there are rental services that you can use. Personally, I basically only play Amulet, and at this point, like Amulet has basically bought my entire Moto collection. Very curious on how you decide. Ooh, yikes. Thragan, I guess. It's a very, very, very deep question, I guess, and it depends on so many different factors that I don't think there's an absolute answer. It is very dependent on what the rest of your hands looks like, what deck your opponent is on, like how much information you have about that. Like for example, with this hand, I was going to 100% of the time Amulet on 1 because Amulet on 1 allows me to Azusa on 2, right? And I already know that I have the Azusa. So now if I draw a prime time, this is a turn to kill with back to backup. No such luck, but there's still a chance. Actually, there is not. Never mind. Unfortunately, there is no chance for... In fact, I'm most likely dead here. Never mind! The magic is easy! That is by far the very best thing you could have ever found there, just so everybody knows. By far the best thing we could have drawn. So at this point, if my opponent does have the Dismember, if they do have the Dismember, then they are going to use it end of turn, and this Glistener Elf will die anyway. So I do think that there is some value in playing out the Coalition. No, never mind. I have a second Azusa in hand. So I guess I want to get like the most amount of counters in my ballista, I guess. So I can beat multiple pump spells. Naughty ballista is naughty. So naughty. So unless my opponent is playing this member in their deck, this is like the closest. I guess if it's... I guess my opponent does not have this member in their deck. Turn 2 kill. Turn 2 kill against Infect. Oh, that was great. All right. Sideboarding. Path. Bring it in. That. Uh, Actually, the matchup must be. It's probably bad enough. The matchup is probably bad enough that I need to like keep Hive Mind in my deck. Nah, there's no way I want Hive Mind. Take those out. Yeah, my opponent is not very likely to beat a prime time anyway. The problem is that they will beat me before I get to prime time, so that's why the matchup is bad. So online for practice for GP in December. Yeah, so Saver second. In order to like continue, I got like into the match and I forgot to like completely finish answering your question. Um, you basically will have to make an initial investment if that's what you want to do, and if you only play Amulet, I think that it's in the long run, like after 1 year of playing, actually buying Amulet will be much better in terms of EV than renting will be. So I do personally. That's what I did. I just bought into Amulet, and then I started playing it, and I started winning with it, and then Amulet bought all of my other decks and basically my entire model collection. But yeah, you will need to make an initial investment in the deck. You can probably find people that are selling the deck in like Facebook groups and places like that. So maybe you can get it for a little bit cheaper. And after that, you will need to buy like some numbers of event tickets, which you can actually buy from people. Like, in fact, if you want to buy them from me, I do sell them. Send me a PM if you're interested. But if that's the case, you will need to buy like an initial amount of event tickets in order to join your very first events. And after you do well in them, then you basically won't need to spend money ever again. That is kind of how it works out. Sandoish, no, but Jukebob is not worthy. It's probably it's like there in terms of how bad they are with Kavira Crossroads. But I give the nod to Kavira Crossroads because it gives me white mana and having access to Path in this matchup. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Yes, this card is terrible, but it casts one of my best cards in the matchup, so that's why you will leave it in. Oh, Rexage, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about Rexage. Yeah, my bad. This should definitely be in the deck. This should be in the deck. OP moves to 6. Hopefully this uses my opponent's turn. Ooh, there's a Blighted Agent. So you're telling me that I can swipe my opponent's board and kill a Blighted Agent? Oh my. Hashtag value. Definitely want to do this before my opponent has any way to mess me up. Okay, so I guess they do have basic and second basic forest. Okay, so we are looking real good here. Kill my opponent's creatures. Amulet. So now all I need to find is a bounce land. And we should be in very solid shape. Nature's Claim? Yep. Bounce land, please. Bounce land, please. So if I get Gemstone, I'm still trying to draw into a bounce land, so I guess I'm going to play this out. Alright, so we're gonna have a prime time, not on this turn, but on the following one. Okay. I'm liking our spot now. 1, 2, 3. Play Garrison, bounce Crossroads, because why not? Play this, Stronghold, Crossroads, and play Scout. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cannot haste because my amulet is gone. My opponent should probably not have. I guess they can't. They probably, yeah, they actually need to play claims in their in the matchup, I guess, because of Ballista, just because they cannot beat a Resolve Ballista. So I guess that I was gonna say that my opponent doesn't really want to be messing with my amulets. They would much rather just kill me. That is definitely the approach. But I guess that Ballista means that they probably need to claim. Also, very lucky that I was able to like sneak the explosives before the claim came down. Like if my opponent had actually destroyed my explosives, we would have been in a very, very bad spot actually. Does MTGO use ELO for matchmakings? I don't think it does. I think it's just people that have a similar record to yours. But after some time, they kind of bump you. So if you have been waiting for a match for like 3 minutes, even if you are like 3-0, they might like pair you against like a 1-2 or something, just because you've been waiting for like 6 minutes or something. And Mole is buying the gemstone that killing price. I have already but not the gemstone. Yeah, gemstone spiked really hard. Gemstone was like $8 for like the longest time. When I got them, they were pretty pricey too, and they were like 12, and that was like crazy. Like it was one of the last cards that I ended up buying. But now it's just stupid. Like $40 is just insane. Kachaxi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I looked it up today and it was 400 each for it today. Whoa! I mean, it's $400 right now? Jeez. Optimistically obtuse, good question. You just send me a PM here on Twitch, Discord, whatever you want. Just send me a PM and I will send you. I mean, tell me that you are, optimistically obtuse and you're a sub, and then I will link you to the cyber guide, which I will be updating. I have been liking this list, so I will probably create a new cyber guide for this list for my subs. A mandatory description, which helped me start playing Amulet in Moto with no collection, but with recent spikes, I want to keep playing Amulet. I have to upgrade and pay 60 monthly. Yeah, that's 60 monthly is a lot. Like if the deck is 400 ticks, then after what, like 5 is 24, so after like 8 months or something, you have already paid for it. So if you're gonna be playing it consistently, in the short term, paying 60 monthly is better, but in a long term, then just buying the deck is better. EV. I am not running 27 lands, Loyal Lobster. I'm running 28. I sided against Infect down to 27 lands. We're mulligan this. I guess I keep this. It's pretty greedy, not gonna lie, but if I find a bounce land, this is a turn to kill. Opponent also moves. Oh, sandwich. Actually, you're right. Yeah, I guess I could have. I guess I could have hasted there. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I missed that. It's possible that we're playing against Phoenix here. Yep. Uh. Okay. I'm going to name human here. I was trying to think if it would be possible if I name giant here to cast a prime time, even if I draw Boros Garrison. But the only way that I would be able to is if I can play Azusa anyway. So I guess it's better to simply name human and play out the Azusa just so it gets killed and I gain 3 life. But I still need to find a bounce land, and it needs to be a green bounce land. So I guess I have 8 draw steps that win me the game on the spot. Yeah, Sandwich. I guess that the cards kind of merge to an extent. Yeah, so I guess that I mean, Ad Nauseam uses pacts, but it doesn't use the green pact, which is our most important pact. So in that sense, that one doesn't work, I guess. But the blue packs, you're gonna be using the gemstone mines. You're gonna be using. That's probably about it. Maybe there are a couple of other overlapping cards. But yeah, and then you have the green pacts and the prime times from Scape Shift. Double bottom from opponent. Yep. You gain three mana. You gain 3 life. All right, 2-turn clock. Bounce land 1 time. Nope, we're dead. Sad. So sad. Alright. We take this out. We take this. Oh, actually, we're playing Ghost Quarter now, so that's a good one that we can take out. We side out Scouts. We side out Ballista. And, well, I guess that we can do this. Sure. Yeah, in that sense, in terms of like amount of, you know, price per card, I guess it definitely does feel like way. 40 ticks. Yep. Dan Francisco, thank you for that tier 1 subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Man, it makes me so sad that we lost that game. Yep. 40 tickets. Yeah, in there it says that the promo is 12 tickets, but that is a lie. That is very much a lie, because basically you will not find anybody that will sell you the promo, so it basically remembers like the last known price. Yikes, I guess, but I guess it's a keep. And we bottom the pact. Yeah, big yikes. Big yikes. It's not an amazing keep. And probably if my opponent has an Abrade, we kinda die. If they don't have an Abrade, we kind of win, so that's nice. Alright, now if they don't have an Abrade, we like almost really actually win. In fact, even if they Blood Moon us on 3, we would still win with any land. In fact, if they Blood Moon us, they kind of fix our mana for so even a tap land kills them. So that's funny. That's a TD. Alright. Please Blood Moon me, opponent. Please Blood Moon me and don't have a Braid. Please Blood Moon me and don't have a Braid. Please. Slam that moon. I know that you want to lock me out of the game. I know that you want to lock me out of the game. Like, how could I ever beat a Blood Moon, right? Sweet, okay, so my opponent's dead. Oh no, actually I don't. Damn it. Yeah, actually Blood Moon would have won me the game. It had to be. I had to be Blood Moon, so my Bog came into play untapped. That's hilarious. Alright, so we just hope I don't die then. That's funny. Only have access to 5 mana. Manamorphose. Best card in Modern confirmed. Faithless Looting. They still have a land drop. They still have a land drop to give. So if they actually activate this Ascension, I might die. So my opponent did not go for the cheese. Because I guess that was another way that I could have died. No land drop. Okay, we're gonna do something cool here. I think I do want to hide my opponent, but we are going to be able to play around Spell Pierce by also playing a Primetime. So I'm going to play Primetime, which I know that is going to resolve because there's no card that counters it for 1 mana. So, yes. We're going to haste. Not playing around Vapor Snag. If my opponent has Vapor Snag, good for them. They got me. And this is actually very interesting how it's gonna work out. I need to bounce Boros Garrison. Move on to combat. Swing. Get double bounce. I guess I'm gonna get double Simic. Double bounce land. Because I can't double strike and kill them. I could have double strike. Double stricken? Double stroken? So here they take 8. Play Garrison. Float 6. Hide mine. They probably have the Pierce. They don't? Alright. But now, even if they had the Spell Pierce there, at least I have a 6/6 in play that can block the Awoken Horror, and then I can... then I can like transmute for, or I can just like pack next turn and swing with prime time and get lethal. So I think this was definitely the correct play. All right, big fat rat with a hat. Big fat rat with a hat. There we go. Thank you for that tier 1 subscription. Welcome, welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. My opponent gets a pact, I get a pact, everybody gets a pact, except I win. I guess technically they lose. What's up, Matty Eyes? How you doing? Set Adrift is a sorcery, Sandoish. So I was playing around that by them not being able to cast it. I guess, yeah, I guess that they could have won if they had like turned on the Ascension and Upkeep in response to the trigger. Yes, that was their out, I guess. Yeah. So big fat rat with a hat. That is an outdated cyber guide. Make sure you send me a PM here on Twitch, and I will give you access to an updated cyber guide. And as I was saying earlier, I kind of really like this list a lot, so I will make an updated cyber guide for my subs for this list, and I will release it probably during the weekend. So yeah, thinking of the 0.1 outers like Pound and One. Hey, at that point when you're like so far ahead, you have to think about how can I even remotely possibly lose this game, and if you can afford to, you just play around that. But like I was saying, like if my opponent had Spell Pierce there, there was the obvious play, which was just like slam a Hive Mind and just go. But that is much worse against Spell Pierce, so I wanted to put myself in the best situation to play around Spell Pierce. I will be right back. I will go to the bathroom real quick. Opponent likely won't mulligan because Phoenix never ever mulligans. Yeah, they kept 7. We have a basic, which is pretty good in the matchup. Basic is good. We have like some solid interaction, so we don't get cheesed out. Steerings is somewhat likely to find a land. So this is kind of like a control hand. The only problem is if my opponent like Blood Moons into threat, because I am not going to be able to cast my interaction spells if my opponent plays a Blood Moon first. These 3 cards are kind of really good in the matchup though. All right, let's save this real quick, and now let's post this keep or mole. We're gonna post that later. Um, I think I'm going to mulligan, though it might be a keep. This hand is much better. This hand is excellent. We can bottom this. I can steering someone. Why wouldn't I be able to steering someone? What's up, Magus of the Moon? Good day to you as well. Oh, you can't steering someone into E2. Okay, I get it now. I get what you're trying to say. Okay. Upgrading to Moon is kind of brutal here. Thing in the ice, not so much. I'm going to play this Simic. Well, I guess I do have the white from the Coalition Relic anyway, so never mind. Okay, depending on what my opponent does here, I'm going to either Titan them or path the thing in the ice here. The explosives land? Yeah, I will definitely be testing the explosives land for sure. Noxious Revival, their Scalding Tarn. Okay, so I guess they're missing land drops, and they are willing to... I could path in response, deny my opponent the mana for this turn, and delay it until the next turn. Like, my opponent went out of their way to Noxious Revival a Scalding Tarn. What do you... I think I'm interested in pathing here. Because this is even better. I think I'm going to do this right now. So the reason I'm doing this right now, too, is because next turn it's very awkward for me to Titan. It's very awkward for me to Titan if they Blood Moon me afterwards, basically. So by doing this, this gives me one extra turn where I can like play out my basic forest and like kind of do my thing before I packed for a Titan, basically. I guess they ended up drawing the land anyway, huh? Sleight of hand. Of course, now I regret everything, right? But it kind of made sense in the moment right there. Huh. I do have high minds in the deck. I was really looking for a Bujuki block here. Having drawn Garrison there is just awful. I feel like I do need to grab something though, so I guess it's gonna be Vesuva and I will copy their island. I mean, if they moon me this turn, I'm not gonna get to copy my basic, right? Because I'm gonna be one behind. So copying their island, I think it's probably the play there. It also allows me to EE on 3 even if my relic gets destroyed. Okay, that's a problem now. I might need to pack for a Rex Sage just to blow up this up. If I don't die here, I might just easily just die. Yep. As I was saying, I might easily just die here. This card is kind of great. Next turn I can do... Only have a single amulet. So I cannot EE on 2, unfortunately. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that is brutal. Yeah, that is totally brutal. The copy the braid is kind of insane there. Okay, I think I just die to... I die to like Molten Rain or stuff like that, but this Pyromancer essentially is gonna kill me next turn. So... I need to destroy it. I die to Blood Moon and I die to Molten Rain. So I die to both of my opponents' kind of like hate cards. Maybe I should have maybe I shouldn't have Path in response to the... Maybe that was just like a little bit too cute. To just like Path in response to my opponent's Manamorphose there. And here I definitely bounce the basic forest because it's my only untapped source, so I can Titan next turn if I draw one. Because copying the island is not a bad thing for me. And I want to play around like... Is this gonna eat a bolt? That would be awesome. This island here allows me to cast Hive Mind through a moon, or allows me to like explosives on 3 through a moon. So that's why I'm like kind of interested in keeping this island around. And next turn, worst case scenario, I can path my Sage if I need to have access to second green, or I can simply just use this Coalition Relic. Point goes down to 5. Playing out the relic. Now the question is, what do I play out here? I think I play out the basic forest and pass. Do I path this in response? I don't think so. This is gonna make me very sad if I actually do get Blood Moon and Abraded, but I think I want to be able to like path a thing in the ice or something like that, something that clocks me, especially if my opponent is on a Crackling Drake list. That being the case, though, I should have probably bounced. This turn, I should have actually probably played a Sanctuary. I guess that Sanctuary is only going to be able to copy my basic 2 turns from now, so I guess that, yeah, that doesn't sound great. Yeah. Revival the Ascension. Okay. Don't abrade me, bro. They do have the abrade. Okay. Prime time, please. I need a prime time. Even Hive Mind kind of does stuff. I need to draw something here, though. Explosives on 2, it's also... It basically stops my opponent's clock. Yeah, this is really bad for me, though. An opponent bottom tops. Another Metamorphose. My opponent is so good at drawing Metamorphoses. It's insane. Yeah, we really needed to not whiff there. We really needed to not whiff. We can't even... I guess we can, like... Okay, that one we can beat. At least that one we can beat. One Metamorphose left. Path you? Question mark? It's not unfathomable for them to have Dispel. Spell Pierce, of course, doesn't do much, but Dispel, Echoing Truth, their guy. Okay. Prime time, please. Prime time. Or just the basic forest, sure. Okay, come on. I don't think there's much we could have done better. I think that this game was played out correctly for the most part, but I mean we just whiffed forever basically. And now this Drake is going to kill us. Any spell basically does it. Yep. Very, very sad. There's nothing we could... I guess the only play that was that kind of probably snowballed us out of this game was to... Maybe I shouldn't have passed the thing in the ice in response to my opponent's cantrip. Wow, we were definitely not getting there. Whoa. Holy crap, that was like 9 turns before we drew action. Jeez. Okay. Let's go get that 4-1, shall we? Yeah, I will definitely test the... I will definitely test the new land for sure. I will definitely try it out. I don't know if it's like a sideboard card. It might be a main deck card. Maybe. But at that point, if we're running that, then I think that would have to be in place of one of our utility lands. Either GQ, Cavern, or Bog. Either one of those 3. Yep, solid hand. Keep. Turn 4 Titan on the play with some like life gain and whatnot. Sign me up. What's up, C-Mash? How you doing? If I feels bad no stream. Yeah. Most of those trophies are when I'm not streaming too, which is funny. And I don't even play that much when I'm not streaming. Like by far most of my playing is done while streaming. But it's funny how like things randomly pan out this way. So we're probably playing against the Blood Moon deck. So we're definitely gonna take it easy. For whatever reason, Snow Cover Mountain like screams Blood Moon at me. Like it just so loud. Simian Spirit Guide. Yep. Blood Moon. Oh, Trini Sphere. Oh, that one we can beat. I'm okay with Trini Sphere. So I guess it's kind of awkward now. I think I do play the Relic though. And if I do find an untapped land, we kind of win. Blood Moon here. Oh no. Chandra. Yikes. It's a pretty good card. It's a pretty good card. Put a Challenger on this guy. Okay, so 1 green, 2, 3. Play. I guess we just play and bounce here. Play Asusa, bounce Crossroads, replay Crossroads. Set up Titan for next turn, even through a Blood Moon while we gain a couple of life. This quote-unquote clocks the Chandra. And if we draw any untapped... I guess any untapped land helps us cast the Titan unless Asusa dies. So that's not bad. Yep, Asusa dies. That means that Chandra goes down to 2, which is pretty great for me. Opponent pays 3 for their Faithless. Trini Sphere doing work. Trini Sphere doing hella work. Primetime, you. And I think this is a double bounce land Primetime. So next turn we have enough mana to transmute for explosives and unplay it out on 3. One, 2, so 6. Even if they add 2, that's scary almost. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. They even shuffle the looting, denying themselves of value. Wouldn't it be terrible, opponent, if I just like attacked your Chandra, right? That would be bad, I guess. Who needs lands anyway, huh? Who needs lands anyway? Okay, I guess we start rebuilding, huh? So probably basic forest Simic. I want to gain access to like a couple of basics in play. Bye bye, Chandra. Sure. Second Chandra, Karn. Karn is fine. I mean, what do they even do here, right? Yeah. It's like... So this Karn is dead, so that's good for me. I guess I give them a mountain. The problem is that this gets them up to 5 mana, so they can do bad things to me. Do I give them looting or mountain? I guess I give them looting. I can always exile the looting afterwards if I want to. So play out T-West. Play out Asusa. Swing at Karn. If they have exactly second breach or Emrakul and they draw the other piece, then good for them, but I can't beat that anyway, so... We attack El Carno. Get Simic plus... Tolaria, I guess? So now I can transmute and hold up Blue Pact. So if we don't die specifically this turn, which is probably impossible, we should be good. Because I can transmute for Blue Pact. Even if they explosives on 3, I can blow it up with... If they Ensnaring Bridge, I can blow it up with explosive, so I don't care. This only deals me 2, so that's not lethal. Whoa. That's weird. I guess that they are just like buying time. But just like buying time doesn't matter anymore because now we'll have access to Blue Pact. So I'm still in a position where I cannot lose this coming turn. This is very interesting. I guess I could just like attack my opponent and play out a ballista. That sounds kind of nice. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Like, I love that my opponent gave me a good luck, have fun. Like, even though they're playing this deck, I respect that. Do I want to ballista on 1 and start clocking my opponent for 6? I guess I can ballista on 2. That seems better. And then I ping Chandra for 1. I am so stupid. I thought this was the Titan trigger. Okay, yeah, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Okay, so I guess I need to attack the Chandra now. My bad, sorry team. That was definitely me getting ahead of myself. No questions there. 100% punt. So I can still not die because they can't have like land, breach, and Emrakul. So they looting. Well, technically now they could draw into the nuts. So I could prime time. I could prime time plus haste. But if my opponent effectively has the nuts, I die. So I think it's better for me to play it conservatively. So we transmute here. Now we go and get blue pact without being, you know, dumbasses about it. Pact of negation. 1, 2, 3. Play second scout for sure. Whatever. And now, okay, they just conceded. My opponent's build is questionable. Let's call it interesting. Let's call it interesting. Yeah, I like that. Hive Mind seems a little bit sketch. Bog seems sketch. Relics seem like a must, even though they're gonna get abraded more often than not. Probably Pact of Negation out. I guess Hive Mind is kind of like allows us to cheese a win out of nowhere. I don't know how much I want to rely on having access to blue mana. Should I? Should I leave Hive Minds in? They probably have Chalice. They probably had Blood Moon. Two explosives is probably enough. Definitely one tracker. Tracker is the nuts against this kind of deck. Let's try something like this. Maybe I could set out one pact, one Summoner's Pact, instead of the steerings. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. Play around Chalice this way a little bit. Hedge a little bit against Chalice. That game was kind of hilarious. Like my opponent slammed that like breached Embercool. Like it was amazing. I'm like, sure. Suck this one, kill you with this one. So that was funny. Alright, Rue de Martin. What you got? I like this. This I really like. I would imagine that my opponent, knowing what they are against, they're going to keep a fast Blood Moon hand. I mean, guess we keep this. We probably want this. I guess I'm gonna bottom this. And I'm going to bottom this. I'm going to rely a little bit on this relic. Maybe because of Faithless Looting, my opponent is not playing Chalice. That seems crazy to me. Like, why would you not play one of the best cards that you could possibly be playing in your deck? Platinum Empyrean, alright. OP is going real deep over there. They got all the combos. Scab Clan Berserker. Okay. So basically they have access to Eidolon. One-sided Eidolon, I guess. Abrade my Scout. That's great for me, actually. That's one less Abrade for my Coalition Relic. And even my Ballista, for that matter. Taking two. That sucks. Blood Moon? No. Second Berserker? Holy crap. Whew, these guys are... Alright, I need an untapped land here. Untapped land, and we got it shot. It's not an untapped land. Alright, with one more turn. Wow, these guys clock you real fast. Never actually played against this card in Modern. That is a clock, goddamn. Do I block here? If I don't block, I can actually trade with one of them next turn. Or are we all in on the primetime plan? We're probably all in on the primetime plan, to be honest with you. Well, if so, Amulet. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can Amulet, but the issue is that now I don't trade with this, and I guess that it gives me, yeah, it gives me bounce land as an out, I guess. So having bounce land as an out to Titan, it's probably worth it. All right, cool. Okay, that is okay. That is certainly okay. Okay. This is an easy Kalni Crossroads. We are far behind enough that we can't really afford to do anything else, basically. Karn, Scion of Ursa. I guess I give them a looting. I don't know if they're like missing mana. They only have access to 4. They might easily have Bridge plus Emmy over there. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I can take 4 and cast a second Primetime, which can gain me the 4 life back. That sounds reasonable. That definitely sounds reasonable. Cast Primetime. Yes. Get Bounce plus Vesuva. Going up to 5. And now I can copy... Elevator Party, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Now I can copy either second Crossroads or Kalni. Probably Kalni at this point, right? I'm dead to Emmy anyway, so no use in playing around that. Swing at Karn. And now we actually start setting up like some double striking stuff and whatnot. So we're gonna get Forest to play around Blood Moon potentially and Sunhome. Opponent going for the double block is interesting. Okay, so next turn we win. Because we're like, our hand gets unlocked now. Oh, they have Breach for semi? Yeah, okay, so we die. Yep, so I guess it was correct to not give them the ritual there. Very interesting. My opponent's build of this deck is very, very different, I guess, to what I would assume. Maybe High Mana and Blue Pact are not that bad against them. They are very Planeswalker heavy. Let's have access to just a single Blue Pact here, actually. Let's try to go for this. Also, we were on a multi-5 that game, just to put that out there. Guess I like this. Keep this. And my opponent also moved to 6. Do we bottom T-West here? Sounds kind of wrong to bottom T-West. I think I'm going to bottom Cavern. So turn 1 we're going to play Amulet. Turn 2 we're going to play Garrison. And we are going to play Coalition Relic. Yeah, I guess I'm going to bottom the Cavern. How do I feel about Queen to beat Emmy? Unnecessary. Like, we literally beat Emmy on game 1, right? I'm not so concerned about Emmy. I'm more concerned about Blood Moon and stuff like that. Okay, so them exiling a Braid is not bad for us. Unless that means that they have a second Abrade, in which case that is very bad for us. We're going to need to find a bounce in order to Titan on 3. If we do, we basically win the game. They just concede. Sick. All right, 4-1. I guess we would have been able to transmute for. Yeah, would have been able to transmute for a blue pack, so that kind of sets us up very, very nicely for the following turn. Yeah, that's such a weird. Like we saw 0 blood moons from my opponent that match. Crazy. That was a good showing. I liked that. Definitely enjoyed that. This list seems nice. I have been liking it. I've been liking it quite a bit. I have been a very, very big fan of this list. So we're gonna keep experimenting with this for sure. Yeah, I've been loving this list, Edgar. Like the last 2 leagues were a 5-0 and a 4-1. It is slightly greedier than what you have been running, because I chose to put the Ghost Quarter in the main deck because of so much Tron that I have seen around. So I thought that it might be worth it to just like slide the Ghost Quarter to the main deck. And this hasn't really made, like, the two relics just do so much work. This card just works so hard. Like Davius was saying how he doesn't like relic, and I just don't get it. Like, this card is insane. Like it has made my life so much easier. and it has made it so high mind is not so awkward to cast. It has made it so like we can play around Blood Moon much more easily. I know that it becomes like slightly worse post board, but that, I mean, if your opponent doesn't have the Abrade, they, you're just gonna get them with this. And if they don't have if they abrade your relic, they are not abrading your Amulet of Vigor. I haven't seen an Ancient Grudge in a really, really long time, honestly. The only decks that are playing Grudge nowadays are Jund, and I'm really struggling to figure a second one. Because it's not even like back in the day when blue-red decks used to splash green for Grudge and stuff like that. Nowadays, Grudge is just not that widely played. Period. Um, so, like, if my black green opponent is going to Assassin's Trophy Mad Relic, I am very much into that. Okay, Gretch, but Gretch doesn't get a 2-for-1 from Ancient Grudge, right? They don't really have it in their hand. They just cast it for the flashback cost, which means that they can only kill your Amulet or your Relic. So we are still in the same place. What are we cutting from Hyman from the standard white Amulet list? I can't find it. Well, we used to play. We messed around with so many cards. We messed around with Trinket Mage. We messed around with Primal Command. We messed around with second explosives. So, whichever one you were playing, that is probably the cards that we trimmed for Hive Mind. No, not even. Usually, Hollow ones are not even playing a Grudge because they are just playing like a straight black-red mana base. So yeah, this has felt pretty sweet, honestly, all things considered. Um, the sideboard it's still debatable. The sideboard is still debatable. The cards that are like like maybes, are probably the third explosives, I guess, because we have one in May. So the second sideboard explosives, and maybe we only want one of this. Yeah. So Bailoff has been reasonable in like the black green matchup. There's been like a, I don't know why, but there's been like a pretty high uptick in black green, and being able to turn your opponent's Liliana Plus into 3 mana do nothing. When Liliana is only a 3 mana edict, it's much more manageable than when Liliana is, well, Liliana. So that's why I've been running the Bailoff. It's also, of course, great against burn and stuff like that, but I have not been seeing that much burn and stuff like that, honestly. So yeah, I've been pretty happy with this list, and we'll probably be back tomorrow. I'm not gonna be streaming anymore today. That's gonna be it for me. Only a single league, so I apologize for that, but I gotta do some other stuff today. I will be tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with again just probably a single league, because I also have stuff to do tomorrow as well. But Wednesday and Thursday, I will probably go back to the usual 2 leagues. So we will definitely go for that. Um, just a small note though. I had not been missing Ballista, but today Ballista really showed off. Stopping, like almost giving me the win against like that mono red deck in that second game. Or basically giving me the win straight up against Infect on game 1. Ballista kind of did very well today. It also won by itself against the Serum Powder Eldrazi deck. So Ballista did really, really well today. Yeah, Ballista really showed up today more than one occasion where it was just like, well, I have a Ballista, so I guess I win. um, yeah, so I guess I'm just going to keep testing with lists like this. Um, since I'm going to only be streaming one league tomorrow, I might, instead of Amulet, I might play some Maverick, just because I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I've been actually winning way more than I was expecting. So I might be doing a little bit of this tomorrow instead of Amulet, and then we can go back to Amulet full on Wednesday with like at least 2 leagues, and trying out whatever we want to try out and whatnot. But yeah, awesome. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it. As I just said, I'll be back tomorrow, so I hope to see you then. If you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you do. Oh, we actually, sweet. All right, so we reached our follower goal. That's awesome. So I guess we'll have a mono green control stream. I'm not even sure that mono green control is even reasonable anymore. So I guess that we'll have to try that out. But it's just kind of so sweet that I want to give it a shot anyway. So awesome. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone that follow the channel. I appreciate the support, of course. So if you want to check out these and every other of my streams, my past streams, you can go to YouTube. That is my channel right there. Rackman with the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. You're our 4th subscriber of the day. Oh yes, that I will make an updated. As I was saying, I like this list kind of a lot, so I will probably update the sideboard guide for subs using this list as the list, I guess. But yeah, thank you very much for the support, Rackman Z. Appreciate it. If you want to join the Amulet Discord, you can find it right there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, where I post all sorts of random magic related stuff, mostly Amulet related stuff, you can find me at fpavlosmtg. So you can give me a follow there if you want to. And finally, oh yeah, you can subscribe to the channel. Okay, subscribing is an amazing way to support the channel, just like Rackman C did right now. You can also get access to these beautiful emotes, as well as I was saying, my cyber guide for subs. And if you would like to support the stream in a different way, you can donate to the stream. With any donation of $12 or more, which covers the entry fee of a league, I will play whichever deck you want to see played live. And then of course we are going to afterwards do like a quick debrief where we'll talk about possible changes and blah 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 blah. Or maybe you just want to help support the stream, so you can make any donation that you want, and it will be greatly and amazingly appreciated. If you have any questions, as usual, feel free to reach me on Twitter, Discord, whatever you want. I'm always around. Yep, make sure that you reach out. Let's see who's streaming. Oh, Autumn is streaming. All right, let's go check Autumn. Let's go check out Autumn. We're gonna do a little raid. Autumn is awesome. I don't know if you're aware, but they won the latest and very first Mythic Invitation. No, not Invitational, the Mythic Championship. So they are amazing. So let's go check it out. All right, see you guys soon, and see you guys tomorrow. And bye bye. Have an amazing rest of your day.